time series analysis using Python and Pandas. Let's discuss deeper what is the difference between simple moving average and exponential moving average. Let's go beyond the formulas and understand how this can be applied in the Forex, the currency market and stock market, and how can we understand the different trends in our data. Let's talk about more this now. We have discussed what is exponential moving average and what is simple moving average. The difference between both, more than a formula, it is application and how it gives us certain advantage to understand the different trends in our data. Let's focus on how to apply exponential moving average. In this case, you can see here, we have certain downward in our data. Exponential moving average reacts quicker in order, here as you can see in the blue line, dark blue line, how when our prices are falling, exponential moving average changes quicker than simple moving average. The same happens when we have an upward. You can see here that the dark blue line reacts faster in its trend than simple moving average or rolling mean. Then the application of exponential moving average could help us to understand how our market is behaving. Do I have to sell? Do I have to buy? Well, that change in different periods in our data can help us to understand if we compare two different cross between exponential moving average of 50-day and 200-day, we can understand if that our prices are falling and it's moment to sell, or if the prices are rising and it's moment to buy. That's why we have to use this different comparison between rolling mean and exponential smoothing. Now let's use Python to simulate certain data. In this case, I'm going to use real data to understand how this comparison works and why we have to use it. We have here two different columns when date and different transactions in an e-commerce company. The number of transactions is going to help us understand what is happening here. Then we have certain values. You can see that we have one single year, 365 different transactions per day. We're going to plot it right now. We are going to use matplotlib and we calculate it now. Here, can you see the different values in our data? But it's difficult for me to understand what's happening in this time here. I just can see certain ups and downs, some peaks. However, maybe there is an average value that I can calculate and understand the behavior of my data. Moving average, whether simple moving average or exponential average, can help me, but I want to compare both to understand better my data. You know that we are going to calculate the different transactions with a formula. Here we have a span of 3 different days and we calculate the mean, and that way we're going to apply the formula of exponential moving average. Now calculate it, and we have different days span. We have 3, 5 and 10. Now once we have to calculate it, we can calculate the simple moving average too, and that's simple too, using certain Pandas function rolling with 10 days. That means that we're going to compare our span of 10 days here and 10 days here. Create it, and now the comparison. Let's use matplotlib again, but I'm going to use certain days only in order to understand my data better. We're going to zoom in to understand the behavior. That's why I'm choosing only 70 days here. Let's calculate it and let's compare. Check that both calculations allow me to smooth my time series data. The green values are my raw data, and the orange are the exponential moving average, and the blue one is the simple moving average. How I can identify that trend in my data easily here, going upward and going downward. If you focus here, you can compare what I was saying at the beginning. Exponential moving average reacts quicker to upwards. Check here in this cross, I understand, there's gonna be certain movement in my data. Check how it changed quickly, faster than rolling mean. If we're talking about the Forex, for example, currency market, could be a good moment to buy. And if you come here, you can compare another cross here. You can see that exponential moving average reacts faster to change in the data in our time series than rolling mean. Then you are going to use both methods to understand your data in a better way and also to take certain decisions. That means data-driven decisions, and you have learned that using Python.